thinking about? What you thinking about? What you thinking about? What you thinking about?
What up, y'all? DCFAYGOGUY. So I finally digested Fuck the Fuck Off Motherfuckers and started listening to Young Wicked's The Return of the Prodigal Son, and I enjoy what I'm hearing. But there's a conversation going on where a lot of people are still fuck Young Wicked. And a lot of this is because they blame him for killing Dark Lotus. So what has been on my mind is, did Young Wicked really kill Dark Lotus? And to do this video, because I've been watching a lot of his content that he's been putting out, I decided to reach out and offer an invitation to the one and only Psy Magic Ninja of Stonehenge 420, because I like what he's doing on his channel. And I knew that this would be the perfect ninja to jump on board with me and discuss this topic. So what up, man?
What up, DCFAYGOGUY? Thanks for having me come on. And to correct you on one thing, it is at Magic Psy Ninja if you're finding me on Twitter.
Okay, yeah, I got that backwards. I had that little brain fart. I was like, was it Psy
or
Magic Psy?
Yeah, no problem, man. But if you're trying to find me on Twitter, probably be the best way to go. Magic Psy Ninja.
The link for his channel is in the description. I'm loving everything you're putting out, man. You generally put out facts and kind of present it in that case, and there's really not a whole lot of your opinion put out there, so I figured this would be a great way to just kind of get your 2 cents on this matter.
Alrighty.
So anyway, a lot of people seem to want to blame Young Wicked for the death of Dark Lotus. This, of course, being because of Violent J stating in the Fatal Lovers interview earlier this year that because of Young Wicked going to Magic Ninja Entertainment, because of Twisted signing Young Wicked to Magic Ninja Entertainment, that this is more or less the straw that broke the camel's back. And you know, for me, when I look at this situation, I don't necessarily see how they can put the full blame on Young Wicked.
Yeah, I mean, when you like I say a lot, if you look at what they did to Young Wicked, yes, he messed up. He knows he messed up. He did some stupid shit he should not have done. But I feel the way that they handled it, trying to send him away for a year. I mean, 2017, the year of the Juggalos, they said go away for that year. And then he went to Magic Ninja because they offered him, I don't know if he asked them or maybe they offered him a position, but they offered him a good deal. And so he would have been stupid not to have taken that deal. I mean, they were going to cut him out at the biggest year for the Juggalos. I mean, we got a lot of shit going on in the Juggalo world this year. Like, you got the Juggalo March, all these fresh concerts. You got that fresh Juggalo Day shit going on. So, I mean, they were going to try and cut him all out of that. And for them to say that he destroyed Dark Lotus because he did something to save his music career, based on what they did to him, the way they tried to punish him is, I don't know, man. I don't agree with that, really.
You know, I fully don't either. And I know there's probably people that have seen my Vengeance review. They're going to see me do the Prodigal Son review coming up, because I pre-ordered that the second it dropped. And I know people are going to be like, dude, what the fuck? I thought, you know, I've stated before that I'm kind of a little upset with Twisted right now. They're the ones I have problems with.
Yeah,
it's not
good reason.
as a whole. So when I look at this situation, I don't see how Young Wicked can take the blame. When you look at the guilty parties, I mean, I know a lot of people say that I'm biased or that I'm a Violent J dick rider. There's even 17%er is a word thrown out there right now. But honestly, if you boil it right down to it, Jay is the one that has the problem. Jay was the one that was upset by Twisted signing Young Wicked. They're the ones that said, we're not doing the concert. They're the ones that are pretty much cutting the ties because of them having Young Wicked on their roster. You know, he really emphasized that they have one enemy in this world and they believe it to be Young Wicked. So they're the ones with the problem.
I mean, they say that in that Fatal Lovers interview. They say, we're sorry, but we can't do it anymore, because it would be fake for them to get up with someone that they're hating or someone that's doing that whole slap behind the scenes and then family love up front. So, yeah, I mean, it's it's some messed up shit going on, man. It's a very hard to get a like one opinion stance for me at least. It's hard to see it one way. I mean, I see it. I try to see it from everybody's point of view, so it makes it very hard for me to develop a solid opinion because of course there's blame for both parties. Twisted's not out of any blame. Young Wicked's definitely not out of any blame. ICP's not out of any blame. They've all done stuff they could have done better, but I feel like the best way for them to get through this is to eventually just come through one day and just make up with each other. Just work it all out.
Definitely. And see that for me, that was the hard part is at the beginning of the year, you know, I'm a big time fucking ICP fan. I know of Twisted. I know of everybody because I was a huge fucking fan of ICP. So naturally, you hear Jump Steady talk about his feelings on the matter. You hear Violent J, and you know, of course, you're ready to say fuck them. You know, that love makes you immediately want to take their side and really fucking just be like, you know, that's fucked up. And I did. I honestly felt shitty towards Twisted and Young Wicked. But as time has gone on, and the more that I've really kind of looked at it, Young Wicked was kind of, I guess you could say, following his heart by, you know, seeing Samantha. I mean, yeah, I know he was cheating on his fiance, or supposedly, I guess he was seeing somebody, but you got to look at the mentality that ICP has even had in songs like Lil Something Something. You know, like you think about the part where it says, and if her daddy suddenly walks in, he just might see my nuts on his daughter's chin. So it's kind of been like a fuck the parents kind of mentality.
Yeah.
Which is, you know, what was Young Wicked doing? He was getting some skins. I mean, to look at it in the perspective of, you know, that's disrespectful to Violent J and to Jump Steady, but on the same hand, you look back at them when they were younger, who were they disrespecting in those kind of songs that they're portraying, you know?
Yeah, because they also did the same things themselves. I mean, you listen to some Howard Stern videos with ICP. You can he'll talk about like, you guys getting any skins on the road? And of course, Violent J did, since he was with Sugar Slam at the time, they weren't married yet, but since he was with them, he didn't want to come out and say it, but he pretty much all but says it. You know, he confirms it. He's like, I don't want to I don't want to incriminate myself, but you know what's going on with me. So. So, I mean, they did say yes, we wilded out back in the day too, and they said that while not trying to excuse themselves what they did, but then the way they talk about it, it's like they're talking about it as if they didn't do the same thing back when in their day.
That's the thing, that as time has gone on, I'm looking at it at a more neutral point of view. Like, you know, really, Young Wicked, yeah, the him leaving and going to Magic Ninja still has me kind of like, dude, what the fuck? But like you said, it was a career move, and I can't hate on him for that. I just had a boss at my work leave to go to a better paying job, and at first it was like, dude, what the fuck? But it's like, I don't blame you. I would be doing the same fucking thing if the opportunity was at my door. So you got to kind of step back from any personal feelings you have and look at it like that. If you were in that situation, and remove your love and passion for it all and look at it in that point of view.
I mean, if you really think about it, how he couldn't have really cared about his musical career if he would have stayed there and for this whole year, did nothing, just stayed there. And I would honestly like to hear your opinion on, do you think that after all this what happened, do you think he would get the promotion from Psychopathic Records? Do you think he would get the push that he was getting before? Do you think he would be, I guess, more outright? Would you think he'd be doing as good as he is on Magic Ninja right now as if he stayed with Psychopathic Records?
Honestly, no, because if you look at kind of what they're doing, they haven't done necessarily a whole lot right now. And it's been that way for a little bit. I mean, I've made videos as, you know, posing the question, what's up with Shapeshifter? You know, should ABK leave Psychopathic Records? You know, the fate of Psychopathic Records. These are all kind of things looking at their push right now as a label. I honestly don't think he would. He would probably be in the studio a lot, and maybe that was another contributing factor. Maybe he was tired of being the producer or the engineer or that in-house engineer like that. Maybe he was ready to step out of that and be a fucking rapper. And that is offering him that.
Well, I hear that he's also producing now for a lot of artists on Magic Ninja, also as well as himself too now. So he's still doing that. It's if you look at that, have you seen the Visiting Professionals video that he did? He talked about all that production stuff. You see, this is his life. It's what he does. It's what he wants to do. He
Right.
wants to be an astounding musician, and he is. And he wants to keep raising that bar further and further at each and every year, every project he puts out. And for him just to sit and go stale for a year would not be good for his music career at all.
Right. Definitely not. And I definitely don't think he would have, not let alone an EP as well as a full length, but he definitely, I don't see him having either one of those if he would have stuck to Psychopathic.
Well, I feel like they would have given him a bit more push. They were giving him more push than anybody since like Twisted got back in the day.
Yeah.
He was on the Killjoy Club. He was on a Marvelous Missing Link. He did the production for those. I mean, they had a documentary about to come out about him and everything. But a little, I'd like to know, do you think that he would have been better off at Psychopathic Records had he not fucked up? And with Samantha, do you think he'd be better off at Magic Ninja right now, or would he be better off at Psy pre the drama?
If the drama didn't pop off, this is actually a really great what if question. Honestly, right now, Magic Ninja Entertainment, they've got their fucking eye on the prize. They want to do big things. He probably would still be doing better if he was with Magic Ninja, regardless of any kind of beef like that or drama. Just because they're going, man. They've got a new goal, and I'm not trying to say they're ripping off because I know that's like a touchy, they're ripping off of everybody. But to me, I see them looking at Strange Music and what Strange Music does with their releases, like consistent. I see them.
Yeah, see, I don't follow Strange Music. I don't follow Strange Music, so I don't know about that. Sorry, my bad.
That's all good, man. Strange Music is all about that shit, man. Tech Nine just released an album in December. Turn around and put out a Collabos album, which is a collaborative album that he has a lot of artists featured on, and it was everybody on the Strange Music label was on this album. He put that out back in April. So within like 4 months, he had 2 albums back to back. That just kind of shows how consistently they're pushing their fucking artists.
Yeah, I know Tech Nine himself has like an album or an EP or something come out at least like every month and a half.
Yeah, and if I remember correctly, and somebody can comment and leave this to correct me, I think I heard Travis O'Gwen, the CEO, say something about they're pushing for well over 10 albums to come out this year on Strange Music. So that's the kind of shit I see that Twisted is, getting inspired to do. I see that Magic Ninja. I mean, if Young Wicked's album didn't get pushed back, because from what I understand, he didn't have a retail deal and now he does. So that's why they pushed his album back. But if they hadn't have done that, from at this point of view, at that point of time is what I meant to say, he would have had a lot of fucking Magic Ninja would already have an album every fucking month this year.
Yeah. I'm still waiting for that new Axe Murder Boys.
See, I've never been a big A&B fan. Young Wicked won me over in Killjoy Club. He won me over with The Marvelous Missing Links. That's why I gave Slaughter a chance. And I actually didn't even buy it until I heard it online. And I was like, I'm fucking with this. So, but speaking of Killjoy Club, one thing I want to talk about while we're here kind of on a subject, there's a lot of people that also say that Killjoy Club's now not going to happen because of Young Wicked. Young Wicked was never officially part of it. He wasn't credited in it. He was just in it.
Yes, that's right.
So
Killjoy
Club is still very possible.
Yeah, I was talking to the homie Big Hatchet Productions about this today on Twitter. Actually, he was talking about if there's a new Killjoy Club, would they just leave Young Wicked out of that? Would they replace him with, say, Light maybe or something? Would they put some other random dude in there, or we were just like letting our speculations run wild with what could happen, because he sent me something that he saw on Wikipedia that there's a Killjoy Club album scheduled for release this year, but I haven't heard anything about that, and it's Wikipedia too, so.
Yeah, the only thing I had heard about it is from DJ Paul. There was an interview that Faygo Lovers conducted with him at the Gathering. And from what I also understand, Young Wicked was stating in the ex-Murder Boys seminar at the gathering that there was going to be a new Killjoy Club album, and DJ Paul confirmed that it was going to be. He said the beginning of this year, but that's obviously not happened. But that's funny because me and Megs, which is my girl, we were actually just talking about that the other day as well, Killjoy Club, and the fact that this year, with everything popping off in the beef, this is the great time to put out Killjoy Club and just get in the booth and let out some fucking emotion.
Yeah, that'd be pretty awesome. I mean, I'd like to. I don't know if Light would really fit with the Killjoy Club. Really, I don't know if his style would mesh, but I'm not gonna knock it. I'd love to hear a feature, for sure. A feature would be fresh, but
yeah,
it's interesting stuff to think about.
Very much so. So yeah, jumping back to our topic, Young Wicked, to me, yeah, he made moves and made mistakes that contributed to it, but for me, he's kind of void of all the blame. Now, I know Violent J says, how can you sit there and be a juggalo and know that you staying on this label is causing this other great group not to happen? It boils down to Violent J is the one with the issue. He's the one that said no Lotus. On that same hand, what provoked it was that's his integrity at stake. He doesn't feel like it would be real because he would just be doing it for the money. He wouldn't be doing it out of, that love. So you got to kind of then look at Twisted, be like, this is upsetting them by having him, and constantly getting their artists is upsetting them. I really think they should have been smarter. I see them looking at Strange Music, obviously, like I had stated, with all the albums they plan to release. On that same token, Tech9 put out was in an interview where they were asked, I'm not sure if you're familiar with Funk Volume or not. Hobson?
Very slightly. Yeah, I know. Hobson's on Funk Volume, and there's a couple other dudes I used to know, but I can't think of their names right now.
Okay. Funk Volume actually is no more. They had a big falling out, all the members and the CEO, whatever, Hobson, they all had a big falling out, had big time beef. A lot of people, when that happened, was looking at Tech like, hey, are you going to sign Hobson? Are you going to sign, I think his name was Swizz? Are you going to sign some of these artists? And Tech9 in this interview stated, no, because I don't need that drama. I don't need one of them coming on my label and, dissing on one of their albums and, causing this back and forth beef. He's like, I don't want that headache. That's exactly what Twisted should have done, but it's all business, I guess.
Well, let me ask you, do you believe that when Young Wicked got signed to Magic Ninja, or when they discussed him getting signed to their label, do you think that Twisted knew about the whole Samantha situation?
You had to have. They had to have. I mean, if they reached out to him or vice versa, even if he reached out to them, that had to come up. Why are you leaving Psychopathic? It had to have come up, right? Surely.
Well, I feel like it'd be very hard to sway around that subject. I mean, especially since with the whole, like Jump Steady said, a lot of this stuff went down like a couple days after he got caught or something. Then they saw the picture of him in the Magic Ninja jersey. But I was listening to the Kung Fu Vampire, on the Fago Lovers podcast.
Yeah.
And he was saying that he honestly does not believe that Twisted knew about the whole Samantha thing when they signed him. And I don't know about any of the other people in the underground, but I listen to Kung Fu Vampire. Like, I like to hear him talk more than I listen to his music, because he's such a fresh, genuine dude, and you can know that he's not bullshitting you. He's really talking. He speaks his mind and what he feels, and he's not an asshole about anything. He just gives you what his honest opinion. I feel like he's just a really straight up dude. So I wanted to know what you think, because I hold a lot of respect for Kung Fu Vampire's opinion as a dude, as a human being, because he's just really a genuine dude. And I got a lot of respect for that.
I do too. That's actually, I was a fan of him before I even listened to his music. What made me listen to his music was watching an interview with him. I'm like, this is a chill fucking dude. So I checked out his music and I'm like, damn, he does have some fucking skill. And next thing you know, I'm buying, Dead Sexy and Love Bites, and I'm a fucking fan after that. So I remember hearing that, and there's one quote from that I really loved when he said, "It's not my business what another man does with his wiener." fucking made me laugh when I heard that. I was like, that is a fucking great point. I don't fucking care what somebody else does with their wiener. Samantha, in that whole situation, Samantha is as guilty as young Wicked is. So
I know, and I mean, I feel like psychopathic. They don't think about this a lot when they go on to psychopathic radio, spouting off all this stuff about young Wicked. That they don't know that they're inadvertently kind of throwing Samantha under the bus too. They're digging up her life and putting that out there on the spot. And people messaging her, I'm sure, saying some ruthless shit. People can say some ruthless stuff online. So I'm
oh, yeah.
sure she's catching some of that, and she doesn't need to be. Young Wicked doesn't need to be told that he fucked up. He knows that he fucked up. He doesn't need any of us to tell him that he fucked up. I mean, they know what they did, and I feel like them putting them on the spot like that is just completely disregarding Samantha's feelings too.
Yep. Agreed. But anyway, hopefully in time these wounds can heal. I mean, I know there was a picture that surfaced of James Garcia holding his newborn baby girl. That's awesome.
Yeah.
It shows me that they are going to let him into his daughter's life. And I'm hoping that that can be a grounds where they can come together and eventually work shit out, which would then overall heal the bigger wound of Twisted and ICP's beef. And that would be the perfect fucking way for that beef to end, is them reunite, put out a fucking Dark Lotus album, and everything just be fucking great. Instead of competition, it's, oh, look, they're doing big things. We're doing big things. The underground's doing big things.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, with the young or Jump Steady and Young Wicked, they're family now. They had Young Wicked had a child with his daughter, so he's in their family now. So instead of trying to avoid each other all the time, it'd be better just to sooner work shit out, explain, just sit down, lay it all out, just find some way to come to an understanding. Which I understand this is probably not the time for this, probably won't be the time for this for a while, but they need to sit down and come to an understanding. They need to have like a long talk. They need to just rekindle their relationship as homies before they can just come back and work together as a music artist and stuff.
Yep.
But every side has to want to do that. That goes for Twisted, Magic Ninja, Psychopathic Records. I mean, if they all want to get out of this beef, like we all got to, we all have to want to. We have to quit taking shots at each other here and there.
Definitely. Get it out now, and then let's move the fuck on. Honestly, that's kind of how I've been feeling about the continuous shots from ICP and them. They said in their interview they're going to cut their ties and they're going to go their way and let them do their thing. Let's do that already.
Yeah, I mean, they even said you're not going to hear us talking shit on them all the time or making diss tracks or diss songs. Well, they've actually done nothing but do that since that Fago Lovers interview came out. So it's a lot of stuff I see them going back on their word on, and I even don't know what to believe completely with Psychopathic Records, because like I'm still trying to find that Psychopathic Radio episode where they were talking about the whole Young Wicked thing, because I remember him talking about, Jump Steady was talking about how no matter what Young Wicked says, he sent me a full page like email of him explaining how he fucked up and apologizing. But the Fago Lovers interview that came out after that, Violent J said that he never did apologize and never did admit that he fucked up. Shaggy says he never took that route. And of course, that could be a miscommunication, but it's a pretty damn big miscommunication. It's pretty damn big to miss.
Unless Jay was referring directly to him, of himself, like he never apologized to Jay. I don't know.
Maybe so.
Yeah, because I remember we had a little mini conversation in the comment section of one of your videos. I remember us talking about that.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm always looking for explanations. I don't want to just go out and say, "Oh, ICP is lying." Like, that's why I like to look for an explanation for stuff.
Yeah, I try to, but a lot of my own opinion comes out. So,
well, that's what I try to do with my channel, is just provide the facts and information that's out there, and then I'll provide my own opinion based on that, which is usually pretty scatterbrained for me, because I feel this way about some stuff, but I feel this way about other things. It's just mind and emotionally like very grueling sometimes. Very
Yeah.
hard to pinpoint one thought on something.
Yeah, definitely. It's everywhere, like all the time. Megs will be like, "What you thinking about?" I'm like, "Fucking everything." So yeah, with that being said, be sure to go subscribe to Magic Side Ninja at Stonehenge 420. Again, the link is in the description. If you don't have anything else to add, we'll go ahead and wrap this up.
Just want to say thank you for having me on the show. I had a great time talking to you about this, and I really hope we can do it again sometime. Follow my channel, subscribe to me, and that's because I like to. This is where my channel is where I like to uh, figure out stuff through information and through facts, and based on what's provided. More so doing that than actually my opinion. So
Yes.
again, thank you, DCFAYGOGUY. Much love, much appreciation, and we'll see you guys later.
Definitely, no problem. Glad to have you. That's why I love your channel, because of the way you do your thing. So we will definitely do this shit again. I'm trying to reach out to different Juggalo YouTubers and do some stuff with them. So I definitely wanted to hit you up because I've been watching your shit every fucking time I see your video. I watch it. So
Yeah.
thank you guys for watching. Go subscribe to his fucking channel. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, what the fuck haven't you hit that subscribe button? So thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time.